Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is deal confirmed. Fabrizio Romano gives Liverpool transfer the "here we go" treatment. Fabrizio Romano has given his trademark "here we go" to Liverpool's first transfer of the summer. A move for Jeremy Frimpong gathered serious momentum in recent days before being effectively confirmed by the Italian reporter on Friday evening, and Ben Jacobs broke the news last night that the Dutch right-back has passed his medical on Merseyside. All that's left now is for the final formalities of the deal to be boxed off before the transaction is officially confirmed by the Premier League champions, and it seems that a formal announcement could come as early as tomorrow. Romano gives "here we go" to Frimpong transfer. On Tuesday morning, Romano took to X with an update on Liverpool's move for Frimpong, with the 24-year-old expected to put pen to paper at Anfield by Wednesday lunchtime. The transfer guru posted, "Jeremy Frimpong will sign his contract at Liverpool in the next 24 hours, deal confirmed." Dutch RB has completed first and second part of his medical with formal steps and announcement to follow. "Here we go" confirmed. Frimpong deal gives Liverpool further cause for celebration. It's reported that the transfer will cost the Reds just under £30 million, a remarkably low release clause for a player who's already proven himself at a high level in Europe and is only now coming into what should be his prime footballing years. In the likely event that the deal is officially announced prior to the match against Crystal Palace on Sunday, it'll provide Koppitz with further cause for celebration on the day that Arne Slot's squad will be presented with the Premier League trophy. Richard Hughes deserves enormous credit for being so quick off the mark to get Frimpong signed before the summer transfer window opens on June 1st, with the Liverpool sporting director sending out a powerful early statement of intent. His attention can now turn towards the ongoing pursuit of the Dutchman's teammate Florian Wirtz, which'd be a much more expensive and complicated acquisition to complete but would represent an exceptional coup if it does come off. The plans to cement the Reds as the dominant force in English football over the next few months are already well underway. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our second news is Liverpool make concrete offer to Bundesliga star. Champions Liverpool suffered a fourth defeat of the Premier League season at the hands of Brighton and Hove Albion on Monday. Having gone ahead through Harvey Elliott, the Reds were pegged back by Yassine Ayari before Dominik Szoboszlai restored their lead on the stroke of half-time. Second-half goals from Kaoru Mitoma and Josh Hinchelwood completed a remarkable comeback for the Seagulls, although the Liverpool supporters remained in jubilant mood at the Amex as they celebrated the club's 20th top-flight title. Away from the action, it has emerged that the Merseyside Giants are interested in one of Europe's most highly rated attackers. As per German outlet Kicker via Give Me Sport, Liverpool have made a concrete personal offer to Bayer Leverkusen star Florian Wirtz. The report claims that the Premier League champions have tabled an offer to the 22-year-old whose representatives, namely his parents, have discussed the possibility of a move to England. It is also claimed that Bayern Munich, who believe they are leading the race to land the attacking midfielder, are not necessarily doing so, and it may in fact be the Reds that are in pole position to sign Wirtz this summer. The Germany international joined Leverkusen's academy in 2020 and has since forced his way into the first team. In total he has now made 197 appearances for the club across all competitions, scoring 57 goals and registering 65 assists. Last season the attacker scored 11 times as well as providing 12 assists as Leverkusen won the Bundesliga title for the first time in the club's history. His impressive displays for Xabi Alonso's side haven't gone unnoticed, though, and Wirtz therefore looks likely to depart the club this summer. The report does claim, however, that Leverkusen sporting director, Simon Rolfs, is relaxed about the player's future. Wirtz has just over 2 years remaining on his current contract, and Leverkusen are therefore likely to demand a significant fee to allow the player to depart the club during this summer's window. Liverpool's transfer window heats up. Fabrizio Romano confirms a major signing with his famous "here we go." The Reds make a serious move for a Bundesliga star Germany, while Richard Hughes is urged to sell a struggling £13 million player after a poor Brighton showing. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our last news is Richard Hughes needs to sell £13 million Liverpool player as soon as possible after completing just 5 passes versus Brighton. Richard Hughes faces a busy summer transfer at Liverpool with plenty of outgoings required at Anfield. Arne Slot's team produced a rather underwhelming display against Brighton and Hove Albion on Monday as the Premier League champions were beaten 3-2 on the South Coast. The Dutch manager made several changes from his regular starting lineup, handing opportunities to fringe players to make an impression ahead of the transfer window. However, most of those opportunities were spurned by the Reds players, with a handful of players proving it is time for them to be moved on this summer. Federico Chiesa disappoints for Liverpool versus Brighton. Federico Chiesa produced a rather underwhelming display for Liverpool away at Brighton in what was just his 4th start for the Merseyside club this season. The 27-year-old was tasked with leading the line for the Reds in a task which he found rather tricky and was withdrawn after 63 minutes. Chiesa struggled to get into the game, managing just 13 touches. The Italian international also completed just 5 passes and 1 effort at goal on a rather disappointing evening at the Amex Stadium. Darwin Núñez replaced him and the Uruguayan was just as underwhelming whilst on the pitch. Liverpool need to sell Federico Chiesa this summer. Liverpool signed Chiesa for £13 million last summer in what looked to be a bargain deal from Juventus. However, the move has been a bit of a disaster. Chiesa has been labelled one of the flops of the season, and unfortunately, it's hard to argue that for a player who's made just 6 league appearances. Despite his limited chances, Chiesa's behaviour has impressed Liverpool, and Arne Slot is open to keeping the Italian in his squad for next season. But the winger is expected to return to Italy in search of more minutes ahead of the 2026 World Cup. But also, Liverpool need to accept the move hasn't quite gone to plan, and next season, they will require a more reliable option at left wing to rotate with Cody Gakpo. Both Liverpool and Manchester City would love to sign Florian Wirtz this summer. The Bayer Leverkusen midfielder is one of the best players in the Bundesliga, and his performances over the last 2 years have attracted many eyes. With Xabi Alonso leaving Leverkusen for Real Madrid, there is a good chance that Wirtz will be on his way out of the club too before the start of next season. The Germany international is not short of suitors ahead of the summer transfer window. Liverpool want assurances from Florian Wirtz before making a bid. Florian Wirtz started this week with 3 clubs ready to pounce for his signature. Liverpool and Bayern Munich are 2 of them, and they are still very much pursuing a deal for the attacking midfielder. The other club is Manchester City, but they have given up in their pursuit of Wirtz because they feel that the overall cost of the deal is too expensive. The race remains open between Bayern and Liverpool for Wirtz, but Sky Sports journalist Kaveh Salhakal has revealed that the Reds will not table a bid for him until they receive assurances that he is ready to join them this summer. He tweeted, "Liverpool want Florian Wirtz, but they would need to receive assurances that he's willing to leave Germany before making an offer. Expectation at the moment is he will stay at Bayer Leverkusen or move to Bayern Munich, but Liverpool have not given up. Leverkusen want up to €150 million, £126.1 million. Wirtz's current contract at Leverkusen expires in the summer of 2027. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because at LFC Transfer HQ, you'll never walk alone.